Your local cable company hates you. They think you're a chump, a piggy bank they can continually loot while providing you with lousy service, fewer channels, and more fees that would make a bureaucracy cringe. Well, here's how to break the cable cycle and obtain your freedom to choose what you want to watch, and more importantly, save money. I'm talking about cutting the cord and going streaming. You want the quick and dirty on what it takes to cut the cord and go full streaming? Well, here's a cheat sheet for you, and some of it, like I said, you may already have in place. How many of you have an internet connection at home? No, I'm not talking about the old dial-up clunker your parents had back in the day. I'm talking about a decent broadband connection. I'll bet most, if not all of you, already do. This shouldn't be too much of a stretch, as most of us today already have this in our homes. But the one thing you're going to want to check is how much bandwidth or speed you have available to you. Check your internet provider bill and see what they're contracted to give you in upload and, more importantly, download speeds. You want to make sure you have at least 100 megabits of download capacity. Now, that does sound like a bit more than you need? Well, maybe, but remember, it's more than simply your TV that's using your internet connection. You could have multiple people in your home, different devices such as game consoles, computers, cell phones, or other things that are also connected consuming your bandwidth. So you want to make sure you have the capacity you'll need for peak times. To check your bandwidth, you can browse websites such as speedtest.net or one that's provided by your ISP. Second, a smart TV or streaming capable device. As I said before, most newer TVs already have Wi-Fi and streaming capabilities built into them, but it certainly can't hurt to confirm that at first. And if your TV is missing that capability, you can always get an inexpensive Fire Stick or Roku starting at about $30 and up. Third, Wi-Fi where your TV or device is. Your internet isn't going to do you any good if the device you want to watch your content on can't get signal where it is, now is it? You want to make sure that you have good signal wherever your TV or other device is going to be. Need help getting signal to some other locations in your home? You can check out my videos on boosting your Wi-Fi signal or mesh Wi-Fi devices to extend your wireless network. I'll leave a link in the description for you. And fourth, decide on your must-have entertainment options versus what would simply be nice to have. What channels or programs can you simply just not live without? Those are the types of services you'll need to look at and decide what you want in a streaming service. Let's explore some of your streaming options. Today, you have a number of choices depending on how comfortable you are with choosing what you want to watch. If you're like me, when I first turned to streaming more than 10 years ago, you're used to the look and feel of traditional cable, meaning you simply bring up a menu to see what's on and choose from whatever's playing at that time. The good news? There's a number of services out there that provide this very same type of thing. Prices for these services can range from $40 a month without your local broadcast channels, ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC, and so forth, to around $70 to $75 per month. And the best part? Elimination of all those extra fees for things you don't need. You see, services like YouTubeTV, DirecTV Stream, Fubo, and others provide you with what's called a live TV streaming service. That basically means you're paying in part to have all your local TV stations available to you in a service that looks and feels very much like the traditional cable you're used to. Since you already have internet service, it usually can save you a little bit of money over traditional cable. But there are disadvantages of these types of services as well. They can be a bit more expensive because they carry not only your local TV stations, but also extra channels, extensive sports coverage, and more. If you're unsure about cutting the cord, they're a great way to get your feet wet or get used to using what a streaming service is like, how to choose what content you want to watch, and when you want to watch it. Some of the more popular live TV streaming services are YouTubeTV, Hulu Plus Live TV, DirecTV Stream, not to be confused with normal DirecTV, and Fubo TV. I did a review recently of the top live TV streaming services. I'll leave a link in the description to it so you can check it out. Have you already cut the cord yourself? Post a comment down below and let me know which service you use and if you would choose them again. I'm always looking for others' opinions when it comes to the different streaming services out there. Now, if you're willing to have a little more control and possibly an antenna to get your local stations, you can save a bit more money using a dedicated channel type service such as Disney+, Discovery+, ESPN, and more. These providers are cheaper because they don't carry all the other channels with their packages. The only exception in part to this is the Hulu, Disney, ESPN packages. These add additional content centered around family and sports lovers for a price, but usually a reasonable one at that. For example, if you're willing to have ads, you can get a Hulu Disney Plus package for just shy of $10 a month. The thing you need to be careful about though is, with all these different services, you can quickly eat up any monthly savings by stacking multiples of these on top of each other. A good example of these fee-based streaming services would be Apple Plus, Disney Plus, ESPN, Hulu, Netflix, Paramount Plus, Peacock, Prime Video, and more. Keep in mind that if you already subscribe to Amazon Prime for their free shipping, you have a whole world of free content already available to you. Also, make sure to check with your cellular carrier. Many cell providers are adding streaming services as a perk of utilizing their services. For example, right now, T-Mobile has offers where, depending on what service subscription you have, you can also get Hulu with ads, Apple TV Plus, and Netflix Standard with ads included free with your cellular service. Still not satisfied with your streaming choices? Well, there's a whole host of even cheaper networks available, all the way down to free. That's right, you heard me, free. Now you'll have to deal with ads, but that's nothing you haven't already been dealing with for years. But if you don't mind the ads, you can get almost unlimited content with some of these popular free streaming services, such as Crackle, IMDbTV, PlutoTV, Popcornflix, the Roku Channel, YouTube, not to be confused with YouTubeTV, and more. Simply do an internet search for free TV streaming services and you can see if you can download the app to your device and should be good to go. Another thing to keep in mind, especially for the services that charge you, they're almost all exclusively month to month. No getting tied into a 2-year contract to get the best price. Want to know about a service? Check and see if they have a free trial. Worst case, try them for a month. Don't like it? Cancel it. You're in control, not the cable companies. Between the free channels, network-based services for a small fee, and full-on TV replacement services, you can build a customized experience that brings you what you want to watch without all the extra kerfuffle and charges. You may be surprised at how your viewing habits may change and find yourself enjoying deciding what you want to watch versus mindlessly sitting there letting Big TV decide for you. Well, that's it, folks. If you found this video helpful, leave a like, and if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe and notification buttons. It really helps the channel and helps others to find this video as well. So stream on, and as always, stay grumpy.